Alright, sorry about that.
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now.
Upper Hogsfield is being terrorised by Ranrock's loyalists. It's not right.
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's. I'm simply at my wit's end.
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where, precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious. We should not have to live in fear. This is our home.
It seems as though things are getting worse. Best be on my guard.
Spare a nut, a sickle, a gout.
Revelio.
New instruments are expensive.
Oh shit. Not the first time I've ever gotten lost in anything. Yeah, I know it sounds stupid, right? Okay. Alright, I'm lost. Okay, so that's the beginning. Alright, so... Nope. Nope. So it's either go straight. Left, left. That's the entrance. So, over here. All the way up to here. Over here.
Revelio.
Ugh. That took forever.
Such arrogance. What I wouldn't give for a the move of a coward. I will make you pay. I won't rest until one less human. How nice of you to stop. Regret, you'll regret coming here. I will make you.
Yeah, that was rough.
One camp down, one more to go.
I don't see why everyone has their wandering knot about the dark arts. Such arrogance.
Really, it is. You're so that was unexpected. That was pitiful.
One less human. About. How nice of you to over here.
Expelliarmus!
Regret coming here. You're really not very good at this, are you? Dead. No! I will make it.
Your blood's on Ranrock's hands. Both camps cleared. Madame Beaumont will be glad to hear that. Revelio. Confringo. Defender. Oh. Whoa. That wasn't so difficult. Revelio. Confringo. Devolso. Defender. Defender.
Oops.
Playing to tire. I do miss the bustle of business.
Hello, Madame Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out? How?
It was harrowing, and they dug in their heels, but I managed.
When my brother returns, this news will mean the world to him. You saved our hamlet, my young friend. This will not be forgotten. I fear for other hamlets, truly. Ranrock and his lot are unlike any goblins I've ever seen.
What do you have for sale?
What are you looking for exactly? Thank you. Sincerely. Marvellous. I could always use more of these. Thank you for passing through.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Excuse me. Did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met. I'm Dorothy Sprottle. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph, only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot, I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. Shame, really. With Ranrock's camps cleared out, I have a feeling he'd have given up on dark magic altogether.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper. One that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Change attire.
Madame Beaumont, might I speak with you?
I'd be happy to speak with you. Especially after your help ridding us of Ranrock's loyalists.
Mrs. Sprottle told me a little more about your brother Bardolph.
Oh, dear Dorothy. She'd go looking for Bardolph herself if she could.
She mentioned dark magic and even the Ashwinders.
Despite my repeated warnings, Bardolph's been experimenting with dark magic near the edge of the forest. I thought perhaps he'd get it out of his system and it would gradually stop. But then one day, he didn't come home.
Could Bardolph have run off?
No, he'd never leave me here alone. He did speak of going to talk with Victor Rookwood. That worries me almost more than his attempts at mastering dark magic. Rookwood is as dangerous as Ranrock, in my opinion.
Is there anything your brother took with him that might help to track him down?
Only his satchel, journal, and a woolen jumper I knitted for him. That's all I can recall.
I'll let you know if I see or hear anything about him.
Thank you. How kind. I'd be so grateful to learn where he is. I know in my heart he's out there. Do be careful.
I should be going now. Thank you.
Bardolph, where are you? I'll not give up hope.
Revelio. Revelio. Past the river near the forest. I must be on the right track. I should investigate. Is that Amphibious wearing a woolly jumper? That must be Incendio. I'm sure Madame Beaumont would want to know what really happened to him. Revelio. This mentions Inferi, and something about it being Bardolph's turn next.
Revelio.
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
I can certainly try and find some for you.
That would be wonderful. I'm worried about the travelling vendors and would love to get them more Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk lumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk lumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Jesus.
Revelio.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
I dream of making a better world.
Let's have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. That's all the Horcrumbs for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Lumos. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. There's
Easy.
foul hulking brute.
Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
This must be Sorona's box of letters.
Ah, crap. Oh, shit. I gotta go all the way through that again.
Better have a look around. See about the club's handbooks and letters.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Confringo.
That's all the Hawklumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Lumos.
I think that's everything. I should find Mrs. Sprottle. She'll be glad to get these Hawklumps.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. I have good news. I was able to harvest some hawk clumps for you, and I found Sorona's box of letters.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion. And Sorona will be delighted to have those letters. How kind of you. Now you be careful heading back to Hogsmeade.
I should take this box of letters to Sorona. She'll be glad to have it back.
New instruments are expensive,
Thank.
you know.
Oh, I do hope my brother is all right.
Thank you. Enjoy the show.
What strange attire.
Madame Beaumont, I do have some news of your brother.
Oh, please tell me he's safe.
I regret to say that Bardolph had been turned into an Inferius, and I had to kill him.
What? But how could you possibly think that an Inferius was my brother Bardolph? That's absurd.
He was wearing a woolen jumper, hand-knitted.
No. No. This can't be.
I'm truly sorry. I wish it had been better news. I wish you well, Madame Beaumont.
What more could I have done? Oh, Bardolph. Bardolph. My dear, dear brother.
Revelio.
I should have done more. I shall never forgive myself.
Confringo. Revelio.
The Ministry ought to loosen the reins on the dark arts. No better protection, if you ask me.
Your poaching days are over.
Revelio. Lumos. Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her. And
You're
for
welcome.
returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Memories. Bunch of memories. Pardon me. Here we go.
Chores aren't so bad. I don't mind the odd one without
Apologies, potion.
When any God and death happen.
Hogwarts.
Deke. Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack. Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howland said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area. So, perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where. Come along then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go.
Probably gonna take a quick break after this, and then we will going back up with Deke and go get some animals.